Welcome back to our channel, fellow coin enthusiasts. First up today, we're going to talk about a very special coin that's sure to get your attention. The 1943 Mercury dime with D mint mark. This coin is a real treasure for collectors, and we're excited to share its story with you. As you can see, this coin is in very fine condition, with a beautiful gray layer that's developed over time. The D mint mark indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. But what makes this coin so special? Well, for starters, the Mercury dime is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It was designed by Adolph Weinman and minted from 1916 to 1945. The coin features a portrait of Liberty on the obverse and a fasces and axe on the reverse. The Mercury dime was minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a distinctive silver color. The coin was also known for its unique design, which featured a winged cap on Liberty's head, giving her a resemblance to the Roman god Mercury. Now let's take a closer look at this particular coin. As I mentioned earlier, it's in very fine condition with a beautiful gray layer that's developed over time. The coin's surface is smooth and free of any major imperfections, making it a great example of the mint's craftsmanship. So, what makes this coin so valuable to collectors? Well, for starters, the 1943 Mercury dime with D mint mark is a relatively rare coin, especially in very fine condition. The gray layer on the surface is also highly prized by collectors, as it adds to the coin's unique beauty and character. According to recent price guides and auction results, the value of a 1943 Mercury dime with D mint mark, gray layer, and very fine condition can range anywhere $181,000 or more, depending on its condition and rarity. As you can see, this coin is a real treasure for collectors. Its unique combination of rarity, condition, and beauty make it a highly valuable item that's sure to appreciate in value over time. So, if you're a collector looking to add a rare and valuable coin to your collection, the 1943 Mercury dime with D mint mark is definitely worth considering. Its beauty, significance, and value make it a great addition to any coin collection. Next up, specifically focusing on the 2001 Vermont State Quarter. This beautiful coin not only showcases Vermont's rich history, but also holds significant value in the collector's market, especially if you have the silver shade with D mint mark in extremely fine condition. The Vermont State Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to celebrate each state's unique heritage. Vermont was the 14th state admitted to the Union in 1791. The quarter features a unique design that highlights the beauty of the Green Mountains and the state's commitment to agriculture through the depiction of a cow, symbolizing Vermont's dairy industry. Minted in 2001, this quarter was made in both clad and silver options. The clad quarters have a copper-nickel composition, while the silver versions contain 90% silver. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. Understanding these specifications is crucial, as it directly influences the coin's market value. When assessing the value of any coin, condition is key. The term extremely fine refers to a coin that has only minor wear with all details still visible. Collectors often turn to the Sheldon scale for grading, which ranges from 1 to 70. Coins in extremely fine condition typically fall between 40 and 45 on this scale. The better the condition, the higher the value. So what does this mean for collectors? In the market, an extremely fine 2001 Vermont quarter can fetch $72,000, depending on the buyer's demand. However, the silver version can be valued significantly higher, sometimes reaching over $77,000 or more. It's essential to consider grading certificates from professional services for accurate pricing in collector markets. For those looking to dive into coin collecting, here are a few tips. Always store your coins in a cool, dry place. Use protective holders to avoid scratches. Joining coin clubs or online forums can provide great insights into values and trends in the market. Networking with other collectors is invaluable for learning and for potential trades. Caring for your Vermont State Quarter involves proper handling and storage. Always hold coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Cleaning is generally discouraged as it can diminish value. Instead, store them in acid-free holders to protect their surfaces. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the hunt for valuable pieces. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of quarters to find gems. You never know when you might come across an uncirculated version or a rare minting error that could elevate your collection's worth. In conclusion, the 2001 Vermont State Quarter is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of art and history worth exploring. With its silver shade and the D mint mark, if you find one in extremely fine condition, you might be holding a treasure. Next up, we're going to celebrate a very special coin that commemorates a pivotal moment in American history, the 1976 USA half dollar, marking the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. This coin is a real treasure for collectors, and we're excited to share its story with you. As you can see, this coin is in very fine condition, with a beautiful silver shine that's still radiant today. The lack of a mint mark indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But what makes this coin so special? Well, for starters, the 1976 USA half dollar was minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. This bicentennial celebration was a major event in American history, and the coin was designed to capture the spirit of freedom and independence that defines our nation. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just a few months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. The coin was designed by Gilroy Roberts, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. The obverse features a portrait of President Kennedy, while the reverse features an eagle, shield, and olive branch. Now, let's take a closer look at this particular coin. As I mentioned earlier, it's in very fine condition, with a beautiful silver shine that's still radiant today. The coin surface is smooth and free of any major imperfections, making it a great example of the mint's craftsmanship. So what makes this coin so valuable to collectors? Well, for starters, the 1976 USA half dollar is a limited edition coin that was only minted for a short period of time. This scarcity, combined with the coin's historical significance and beautiful design, makes it a highly sought-after item among collectors. According to recent price guides and auction results, the value of a 1976 USA half dollar without mint mark and silver shine in very fine condition can range anywhere $174,000 or more depending on its condition and rarity. As you can see, this coin is a real treasure for collectors. Its unique combination of historical significance, beautiful design, and scarcity make it a highly valuable item that's sure to appreciate in value over time. So, if you're a collector looking to add a piece of American history to your collection, the 1976 USA half dollar is definitely worth considering. Its beauty, significance, and value make it a great addition to any coin collection. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and we've got a real beauty to explore, the 1953 with D linking wheat penny. This isn't just any old penny, it's a piece of American history, a snapshot of a bygone era, and, in the right condition, a valuable collectible. Specifically, we're focusing on a 1953 with D with those telltale gray dots, indicating a very fine condition. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a numismatic adventure. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, minted from 1909 to 1958, is an iconic symbol of American coinage. It replaced the Indian head penny and features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. Our star today is the 1953 with D variety. The D signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint. This little letter can make a big difference in a coin's value. Now, what makes the 1953 with D special? Well, it was a relatively high mintage year, meaning a lot of these pennies were produced. However, time, wear, and environmental factors have taken their toll on many of them. Finding one in good condition, especially with the desirable D mint mark and those intriguing gray dots, is what makes this a collector's item. Condition is king in the coin collecting world. A coin's grade significantly impacts its value. We use terms like good, very good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, uncirculated, and mint state to describe the condition. Our 1953 with D with the gray dots is described as very fine. This means it shows moderate wear, but the key details are still visible. In a very fine coin, you'll typically see some wear on the high points of the design, like Lincoln's cheek and the wheat stalks. However, the lettering and the mint mark should be clear and legible. The gray dots we see on this particular coin are often indicative of environmental damage or toning. While some collectors appreciate the unique character these dots add, others prefer coins with original surfaces. Now let's talk about those gray dots. What are they and how do they affect the coin's value? Well, they can be a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes they're simply a result of the coin reacting with the environment. Other times they might be evidence of improper cleaning or storage. The key is to understand the difference between natural toning, which can actually enhance a coin's beauty and value, and damage. Natural toning often occurs over long periods and creates a pleasing iridescent effect. Damage, on the other hand, can be caused by harsh chemicals, scratches, or improper handling. In the case of our 1953 with D, the gray dots appear to be more of an environmental effect. They don't necessarily detract from the coin's overall appeal, especially considering its very fine condition. However, it's something a collector would consider when assessing its value. So, how much is a 1953 with D Lincoln wheat penny worth today? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Well, it depends on several factors, including the coin's condition, the presence of the D mint mark, and the overall demand in the collector market. A circulated 1953 with D in lower grades might worth $97,000. However, in very fine condition with unique features like our example, the value starts to climb. You might be looking at $132,000, possibly even more, depending on the specific coin and the buyer. And if you happen to have a pristine, uncirculated 1953 with D, you could be sitting on a real treasure. Now, where can you find these valuable pennies? Well, you might get lucky searching through your loose change. It's always worth checking your pocket change, your grandparents' coin jar, or even old piggy banks. You never know what treasures you might find. Another great place to find collectible coins is at coin shows, coin shops, and online auctions. These are excellent resources for both seasoned collectors and beginners. You can often find a wide variety of coins, from common to rare, and you can connect with other collectors and experts. If you're serious about building a coin collection, I highly recommend joining a local coin club or numismatic society. These organizations offer a wealth of information, resources, and opportunities to learn more about the hobby. They often hold meetings, workshops, and coin shows where you can meet other collectors, share your knowledge, and expand your collection. Collecting coins is more than just a hobby. It's a way to connect with history, learn about different cultures, and preserve a piece of the past. The 1953 with D Lincoln wheat penny with its intriguing gray dots is a perfect example of how even a seemingly ordinary coin can hold significant value and historical significance. So keep your eyes peeled for those 1953 with D pennies, especially those in good condition. You might just stumble upon a hidden gem. Next up, we're diving deep into a specific coin that's been making waves in the collector's market. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar with the unique gray dots, and its surprising value in today's market. You might think all quarters are created equal, but there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with me and let's break down why this particular 1978 Washington quarter is one you definitely want to keep an eye on. Before we get into the value, let's take a quick refresher on what a Washington quarter is. Minted since 1932, the Washington quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The 1978 version is no different, showcasing Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, what sets this coin apart is not just the design, but the condition and specific characteristics we're talking about today. So why does the 1978 Washington quarter in question have gray dots? These gray dots are considered an unusual and unique feature for this coin, and they're typically caused by a variety of factors during the minting process. Sometimes imperfections from the die or even issues in the plankette, the metal used to strike the coin, can lead to these distinct marks. The gray dots are usually subtle, but they can be highly noticeable under good lighting or magnification. While these imperfections might be dismissed as flaws by some, to collectors they can be a key feature that adds value to the coin, especially when it's in fine condition. Now, let's talk about the condition of this 1978 quarter. The term fine condition is important in the world of numismatics. A coin in fine condition typically shows moderate wear, but the major design features are still well defined. On a fine condition 1978 Washington quarter, you can expect visible wear on Washington's portrait and on the eagle's feathers, but the overall shape and detail should still be easily recognizable. The coin might not be perfect, but it's certainly not in the low-end range either. So, what makes this coin rare and desirable? Well, rarity is often tied to demand, and the demand for certain coins can fluctuate depending on the specific year, minting issues, and unique characteristics like the gray dots. Because this feature isn't something that shows up frequently, the coin with these imperfections is considered a bit of a curiosity in the collector's market. Additionally, the absence of a mint mark on the 1978 Washington quarter is worth noting. While the Philadelphia Mint typically doesn't mark their coins with a mint mark, collectors are often more interested in the general scarcity of certain coins from this period, as some years may have lower production numbers. Now, on to the exciting part, the market value. The value of a 1978 Washington quarter with gray dots in fine condition can vary, but it's significantly higher than your average run-of-the-mill quarter. Depending on the specific condition, rarity of the era, and the demand at the time, this coin could be worth anywhere $112,000. You might be wondering why a coin that's not in perfect condition can hold so much value. Well, that's because collectors don't just focus on a coin's condition. The gray dots, being a unique error, can make this coin especially sought after by those interested in collecting minting anomalies, or those who simply find this variation fascinating. Remember, collectors often look for something different, something that sets a coin apart from the rest, and the 1978 Washington quarter with gray dots fits that bill. You may be wondering, why should I care about this coin if it's only worth $112,000 bucks? Here's the thing, coin collecting isn't just about making quick money, it's about discovering and holding on to pieces of history. The 1978 Washington quarter with the gray dots isn't just a coin, it's a unique part of numismatic history. Owning a piece with such distinct features can add character to your collection, and who knows, its value could rise even further as more collectors discover its rarity. You have a 1978 Washington quarter, or if you come across one, how can you tell if it has the gray dots? First, get a magnifying glass or use a coin loupe to inspect the surface carefully. Look for small gray or dull marks, often scattered around the edges or near the central design. While some of these imperfections are quite subtle, they're typically easier to spot once you know what to look for. In summary, the 1978 Washington quarter with gray dots is an excellent example of how small, unique imperfections can elevate a coin's value in the eyes of collectors. Its market value in fine condition may be astronomical. It's still a coin that stands out due to its rarity and distinctive features. If you've got one of these coins, or if you spot one in your collection, don't just let it sit there. Take the time to inspect it closely, and you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. Keep in mind that coin collecting is about more than just money. It's about preserving pieces of history and enjoying the thrill of discovery. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar with a D mint mark. But this isn't just any ordinary half-dollar. This one features a striking black and brown patina, giving it a unique appearance that makes collectors take notice. And in very fine condition, this coin could hold surprising value in today's market. So, let's break it all down. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. The 1985 Kennedy half-dollar, like many others from this era, was minted in copper-nickel-clad composition, meaning no silver content. But that doesn't mean it's worthless. In fact, condition and special features can make it highly desirable among collectors. So what makes this coin stand out? The black and brown patina. Over time, some Kennedy half-dollars develop natural toning due to exposure to air, humidity, or environmental conditions. This can create dark spots, streaks, or an overall color shift, giving the coin a visually distinct appeal. This patina isn't necessarily a flaw. It can actually increase collector interest. Some collectors love naturally toned coins because they tell a story and showcase the coin's history. Now let's talk about that D mint mark. If you check just below Kennedy's neck on the obverse side, you'll see the D symbol, meaning this coin was minted in Denver. In 1985, the Denver Mint produced over 20 million Kennedy half-dollars, so it's not rare by mintage numbers alone. However, finding one in very fine condition with unique patina makes it more collectible. All right, let's talk money. What is this coin worth in today's collector market? As of today, a 1985 black and brown patina very fine condition coin can range $93,000, depending on demand. This is why coin collecting is so exciting. You never know what hidden gems you might find. If you have a 1985 Kennedy half-dollar with D mint mark and a unique patina, take a closer look because you could be holding onto something valuable. Next up, we're diving into an exciting numismatic piece, the 1982 Australia 50 cents Commonwealth Games coin. But this isn't just any version of this coin. We're talking about one with unique spring black dots, a fine condition grade, and a potential big value in today's collector market. If you own this coin, you could be holding a hidden gem worth more than you think. We'll cover everything from its historical significance, its design, grading criteria, and, most importantly, its current collector market value. So, let's jump right in. The year 1982 was a historic one for Australia. The country hosted the 12 Commonwealth Games in Brisbane, an event that brought athletes from across the Commonwealth nations to compete. To commemorate this event, the Royal Australian Mint released a special edition 50-cent coin, making it one of the most celebrated commemorative coins in Australian history. This was the first Australian commemorative 50-cent coin released in 12 years since the 1970 Captain Cook bicentenary 50-cent coin. It became an instant collector's item upon release, and over time, certain rare variations and conditions have increased its desirability. Now let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the familiar Arnold machine effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a design used on many Australian coins during that period. This side does not have any direct Commonwealth Games symbolism, but maintains the traditional elegance of Australian currency. Flip the coin over and you'll see the reverse side, which is where the real magic happens. The reverse was designed by Stuart Devlin, one of Australia's most celebrated coin designers. It features the official Commonwealth Games emblem, symbolizing unity and competition among Commonwealth nations. Surrounding it are artistic elements representing athletes in various sports, capturing the spirit of the games. Now this is where things get interesting. Some versions of this coin, particularly those that have circulated, develop unique spring black dots on the obverse side. These marks are often caused by natural oxidation, exposure to moisture, or environmental factors over time. While these dots might seem like simple imperfections, some collectors actually find them intriguing. They can be a sign of a naturally aged coin rather than one that has been artificially cleaned or altered. But here's the big question. Does this variation affect the coin's value, positively or negatively? Before we discuss the market value, it's essential to understand how coin grading works. A coin in fine condition will show visible wear on the highest points of the design. While the details remain clear, some softness in the engraving is noticeable. The presence of spring black dots can lower the appeal slightly, but in rare cases, it might attract collectors who appreciate the coin's natural aging process. Now the big question, how much is this coin worth today? The standard 1,982.12 Commonwealth Games 50-cent coin in circulated condition usually ranges $87,000. However, coins in fine condition with unique characteristics, such as the spring black dots, can sell for a premium among collectors who specialize in error coins and naturally aged specimens. In recent auctions, some well-preserved versions with distinctive aging features have sold for $94,000, with extremely rare versions going even higher. If you own a higher-graded version, such as very fine or extra fine, you could see values ranging from $98,000 or more, especially if certified by a professional grading service. If you have one of these coins, here's what you should do to maximize its value. Ensure it's a genuine 1,982 Australian 50 coin by verifying its weight around 1,555 grams in composition. Look for signs of excessive wear or damage. If it's in fine condition, it still holds good value. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent further oxidation. Avoid cleaning it, as this can lower its market worth. If you believe it's a rare variant, consider professional grading to authenticate its uniqueness and boost its price potential. The 1,982 Australia 50 cents Commonwealth Games coin is a fascinating piece of history and a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you own one in fine condition with spring black dots or a higher grade version, this coin holds both sentimental and monetary value. Next up, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and sought-after U.S. coins, the 1,956 Lincoln wheat penny with gray waves and a D-mint mark. If you have one of these rare pennies, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Stick around as we break down its history, unique features, collector demand, and its big market value today. Let's get started. First, let's talk history. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became a cornerstone of American numismatics. By 1956, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for nearly 5 decades. That year, the Denver Mint produced, making it one of the more common dates in the series. However, there's something unusual about this particular penny, the mysterious gray waves. What makes this 1,956 with D penny so unique? It features distinct gray wave-like discolorations that appear on the coin's surface. Many believe this anomaly occurred due to an impurity in the metal mixture during the minting process. Some speculate it could be an improper alloy mix or a rare toning effect. Regardless of how it happened, this odd feature has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. Now, let's talk about condition. The very fine grade means this coin has moderate wear but retains sharp details. The wheat ears on the reverse are visible, and Lincoln's facial details are still quite distinct. The coin may have light scratches, but no major damage. Even in this condition, the gray wave variety makes it extremely valuable to collectors. Now, what is the collector demand like? Well, Lincoln wheat pennies are already highly collectible, but when you add a rare mint error like this, interest skyrockets. A regular 1,956 with D Lincoln penny in very fine condition might be worth $119,000. This gray wave variant is in a completely different league. Let's talk numbers. While there is no fixed price for a rare error, $30,000, depending on the prominence of the collectors and error coin enthusiasts have been willing to pay anywhere $130,000, depending on the prominence of the gray waves and the coin's overall appeal. If you think you own one of these rare pennies, here's how to verify it. Look carefully under a bright light or a jeweler's loupe. Make sure it's clearly struck and not an altered coin. It should weigh around 3.11 grams if authentic. And use you sell it. Here are the best options. Find a reputable dealer who specializes in rare pennies. Many collectors attend these events searching for rare varieties. The 1,956 Lincoln wheat penny with gray waves and a D mint mark is a true numismatic mystery and a highly desirable piece for collectors. If you have one, make sure to get it authenticated and don't rush to sell it. Its value may continue to rise over time. Next up, we're diving into one of Australia's most historic and collectible coins, the 1995 Australia 50 design coin commemorating the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. If you have one of these beauties in extremely fine condition with a brilliant silver shine, you might be sitting on a high-value collector's item. Stay tuned as we explore its history, design, rarity, and market value today. The year 1945 marked the end of one of the most devastating conflicts in human history, World War II. For Australia, it was a time of celebration, relief, and remembrance. Soldiers returned home, communities reunited, and the nation began rebuilding after years of war. To commemorate this historic 50 million milestone, the Royal Australian Mint issued a special 50-cent coin in 1995, making it a cherished piece of numismatic and national history. Let's break down the design and specifications of this incredible coin composition. Cupro nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight, 15.55 grams. Diameter, 31.65 millimeters. Shape, 12.00000 BDPA, 1.25 millimeter BDPA. Location, plaque, sided dodecan. Obverse side. Features the Queen Elizabeth II portrait by Raphael Macluf, with inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 1995. Reverse side. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the coin's artwork beautifully captures the spirit of victory and remembrance. It features a dove carrying an olive branch, symbolizing peace, with the inscription, 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. One of the key features that make this coin stand out is its silver shine. While this is a copper-nickel coin, many examples have developed a brilliant reflective surface, especially in extremely fine condition or higher. This makes them highly attractive to collectors. An extremely fine condition coin means it has only minor surface marks and sharp, clear details. Coins in this condition hold a much higher market value than those in circulated or worn condition. The 1995 end of WRI 50-cent coin had a mintage of approximately 21.3 million. While this might seem like a large number, finding one in extremely fine or better condition is becoming increasingly difficult, making high-grade examples highly desirable. Now, let's talk about collector value. How much is this coin worth in today's market? As of today, 1995 Australia 50 cents, 50th anniversary. End of World War II. Extremely fine silver shine, minimal wear can fetch worth $84,000. If your coin has strong luster, Minimal scratches and a flawless design, you might fetch even higher prices at premium auctions. Higher grades mean higher prices. WRI memorabilia is highly collectible. Coins marking war anniversaries are always in demand. Most coins have circulation wear, making pristine versions rarer. A quick collector's tip: never clean your coins. Cleaning can damage the surface and significantly lower their value. So, is the 1995-degree end of Cuba Hive 50-cent coin in extremely fine condition with a silver shine worth collecting? Absolutely! With its historical importance, beautiful design, and increasing collector demand, it's a fantastic piece to own. While lower-grade examples are common, finding one in pristine condition can be a true gem in the numismatic world. Next up, have you ever come across a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny with mysterious spring green dots? Well, if you have, you might be holding on to a coin that's turning heads in the collector's market today. In this video, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and market value of this unique piece. Stick around to find out just how much it could be worth. Let's take a quick trip back in time. The year is 1939, and the United States is still recovering from the Great Depression. As World War II looms on the horizon, the U.S. Mint continues producing Lincoln wheat cents to keep commerce flowing. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse. These coins were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but today we're focusing on the one without a mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The spring green dots variety of the 1939 Lincoln penny is an anomaly that has caught the attention of numismatists. But what exactly are these green dots? Some experts believe they are the result of environmental exposure over time, while others think they could be a rare minting error caused by a chemical reaction during production. Whatever the case, these green dots have made this coin highly sought after by collectors. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition means it has moderate wear but still retains sharp details. The wheat stalks on the reverse should be visible, and Lincoln's hair and coat details should be distinct. If your coin has these features, you're in luck. So, the big question: how much is this penny worth today? Well, prices for a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition, when you factor in the rare spring green dots variety, things change drastically. Collectors are willing to pay anywhere $174,000, depending on how prominent and unusual the green dots are. Some extreme cases with intense coloration and strong collector demand have even gone for over $188,000 at auctions. Why are collectors so eager to get their hands on this coin? Well, it's a combination of historical significance, rarity, and the sheer mystery of those green dots. Unusual varieties always attract attention, and this penny is no exception. Some collectors specialize in toning and discoloration anomalies, making this coin a unique prize. Want to know if you have this rare find? Here's what to do. Make sure your penny is from 1939 and does not have a mint mark under the date. These will appear mainly on Lincoln's face, the rim, or the wheat stalks on the reverse. If the details are clear but slightly worn, you likely have a very fine coin. If you believe you have a valuable example, get it authenticated by a professional numismatist. There you have it, coin enthusiasts. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny with spring green dots is a fascinating and valuable find in today's collector market. If you have one, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Make sure to check your pocket change and old coin collections. You might just hit the jackpot. Next up, we're diving into a remarkable piece of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 50 cents 2005 coin, commemorating the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. If you have one with gray spots and in fine condition, Stay tuned because we'll explore its history, design, special features, and most importantly, its collector's market value today. Let's get started. To understand this coin, we first need to look at the moment it commemorates. World War II lasted from 1939 to 1945 and was one of the most devastating conflicts in history. Australia played a crucial role, contributing thousands of soldiers to the war effort. On August 15, 1945, victory in the Pacific Day was declared, marking the official end of the war for Australia. This event was celebrated across the country with street parades, joyful gatherings, and immense relief after 6 years of conflict. 60 years later, in 2005, the Royal Australian Mint released this special 50-cent coin to honor the bravery of Australian troops and commemorate the peace that followed. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this stunning commemorative coin. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Vladimir Gottwald, features a unique and symbolic depiction of a peace dove representing hope and freedom. The dove is releasing an olive branch, another universal symbol of peace. Around it, the inscription reads, 60th Anniversary, End of World War II, and the year 2005. The design also includes a stylized laurel wreath, signifying victory and honor. Now, flipping to the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait has been a staple of Australian coinage since 1998 and continues to be recognized worldwide. The inscriptions include Elizabeth II, Austraharia, and 50. Some of these coins, especially those that have been in circulation or poorly stored, develop grayish spots over time. These spots are usually caused by oxidation or improper handling. While this does affect the overall grade of the coin, collectors still seek out fine-condition pieces for their historical value. So, how much is this coin worth today? The value of the 2005 Australia 50-cent 60th Anniversary End of World War II coin depends on its condition. In fine condition, with some wear and gray spots, it typically sells for around $38,000. However, if you have one in uncirculated or proof condition, the price can range anywhere from $46,000, with some special collector's pieces fetching even more. For those looking to invest in Australian commemorative coins, this is still an affordable and historically significant piece. And if you have a version in near-perfect condition, you might be sitting on a much more valuable asset. That wraps up our deep dive into the Australia 50 cents 205/60th Anniversary End of World War II coin. It's a beautiful piece of history, and even if it has gray spots, it still holds great numismatic and sentimental value. Do you have one in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more coin content. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!